Hello and welcome to another poetry reading with yours truly, Clarence Plank, the Shoebox Poet. And I hope you had a good day and a good week. This first poem is called Forever. A million times I can bring her back and watch her die 1,000 times more. You know what? I already done this one. Never mind. Time is fleeting, winding like a key, turning. It keeps marching on. Memory is like sand flowing through glass. It's motionless, yet it bends, twists, and curves and refracts like a rainbow. During a gentle rain, moves like a woman, fluid, and sometimes it's translucent until it all ends. And if you watch Lionsgate, any kind of movie from Lionsgate, there's always the beginning where you go in. I don't know if it's Lionsgate. But anyway, there's one production company that has like a little intro before it, and you go into the gears of, I guess, when you turn the key or the clock working, and that kind of made me think about this, but also how the winding of a key of a toy figure as it marches. The old tin ones, you know. This next one's called Moment. Time to stood still for just a moment. I don't remember if it was your smile that intrigued me, that cast a spell on me, or the gentle embrace which lingered in my thoughts. All I knew, nothing moved, nor a sound was made. Deep blue was the color of my fantasy. Of a beauty that glowed, a beauty I fell so hard for, just for a moment. I touched an angel and lived only with the pain of not knowing. And there are so many times when, for what this poem is talking about, there are so many times when we come into um, contact with somebody, or we that during that time um, we maybe gleam a small part of them, and you wish those moments lasted longer because you were so infatuated with that person. And there were several women that were like that, where I was infatuated by their beauty. Now it's just like, oh, she looks nice. That's about it. I guess it's like, being younger. This next poem is called Pain. This pain isn't mine to bear, and yet I still shoulder it. I ran away from it, but no matter where I ran, it always found me. I felt so afraid and watched it feed on my fears, and then gotten mad and listened to it laugh in my face. I've been sad and felt its wrath, so now I take my stand and fight to the bitter end if need be, because I'm not a coward anymore. And that's basically when you're looking at, from a certain perspective, about how you view life and how people, um, the pain that your parents endured from them growing up, and their trauma, and then the trauma for the grandfather or the grandparents and everything, is not yours to bear, because it's not you who experienced those things. You experience your own situation, not related to what they experienced. So their pain is not yours. So you got to work through your own pain of things. This next one's called This Is Over. And as the tale comes to an end, everything comes crashing down around me. Again, I find myself searching for her once more, and your loneliness begins to haunt me again. This only means she is still out there somewhere, and I try to remind myself as I lock my heart away, and I hide my bitter tears behind a smile. The journey comes full circle once again, and my quest hasn't ended. It had just put on hold while waiting for another loser to grace my life. Someone who can't make up their mind about anything. And so here I am once more searching for someone. And maybe saying loser is too harsh. I wouldn't. I mean, there are people out there that are that. However, there are times when you have somebody in your life, and then things just doesn't work out that way, and then you end up, you know, you're single again because those things didn't work out, and it's just usually because either you or the other person couldn't work through things, or both. You know? This next one's called Sun. A string of pearls floating on a canvas of blue. It's nothing. It's nearly morning, and I can see the sun breaking upon the horizon. I am loneliness in a full, some might say, in my pain, in my moment. I make my way slowly to the edge of the sea, kneel to see smoke pouring my clothes, flames burst through from my flesh, and I am consumed by a blue flame. This poem was written based off of the movie Alien Nation, because they took this one alien out to their ocean in this morning, and the salt water is like acid to them, and it basically just sets them ablaze. And then there's also other movies, vampire movies, that had the same thing where they took somebody and they tied them up out on the ocean or by the shore and let the sun take them, you know. But that's what I was thinking about when I was writing this poem. This next one's called Thing. The hardest thing I've ever done is going through the memories of hope I've had. Every dream we shared, the ones which lie broken on the floor covered in dust, empty prisons of hope. I remember when they shattered. The images dance in a brilliant, shimmering light. Images, reflections on happier times filled with joy. That's become alien to me. I reach out to the past just to touch a glimmering hope. And like the surface of a still lake, I disturb the calm water, sending ripples out across the weakened floor. Just my touch, the dust moves like a waves of an ocean. Crystal shards begin to sparkle in the light, and I see different hope shining through the darkness, and a reflection of another face, the one I will call my friend, and together we will rebuild these broken dreams. And there are so many times when I've had that where it just seems like everything just falls apart, and things are falling. So you can look at it from, okay, yeah, it falls apart, but is it falling apart because it needs to be built into something better instead of it falling apart completely? You know, and that's what you try to look for, and trying to rebuild new things on that. And I was cleaning my room one day and sweeping the floor, and I was living in a place where there was like a hardwood floor, and I just watched the dust bunnies just coast along the floor from the breeze of the broom, and that's what made me think about this and writing these things. And of course, that situation was just somebody else in my life that just ended up leaving, and it's just sitting there like, well, crap. Okay, we have one more poem, and then we're done. Found. I have spent what seems like a lifetime searching for you. All I have found is the wrong person whom shares different dreams. I feel that I have not even gained any ground in the quest for true love, and it has all never really mattered to me. Then I should have been able to do so much. That many people would have given up long before the pain has subsided, given into the failing hopes of a dream that dies in their hands. And I know I stand alone in my dream of being with her. But this is my dream, and I stand to gain so much more from finding her. So why do I feel so much loss when I try so hard to find her, and it grieves me so much that I must know this pain in order to find you? And I kind of wonder sometimes. It's like, I was searching for someone, and then they say, well, usually you trip over the person when you quit looking. And I've quit looking. I've quit looking. And I see people. I mean, I see women. It's like any other person or anything. But there just really isn't any anything that I have found a way. But then you also have to understand is there's a lot of, you want to ask somebody out, no matter what, you want to ask somebody out. But the thing of it is, though, with all the things, to where you are chastised for asking somebody out because you don't um, you don't fit their narrative of what a person should be, and I really don't want to deal with that. So that's why I'm single. But anyway, check out my friends in the caption of this video. Cassie and Far Podcast, the Chronicles of a Bookshop with the Spine Bookshop, and go to bookshop.org to find my books there, or in the spinebookshop.com. Aria and Alberta Reiki Sessions, my friend The White and his sports on YouTube, and Solo Dolo. Jenna Jink Portraits, who makes these wonderful, wonderful drawings here. I'm going to do family portraits too. That's about all I can think of. My upcoming events. Next month, I will be at the Southern Festival of Books for a couple hours with the Spine Bookshop, um, their space there. And then next year will be an Arthur's convention in Smyrna. So definitely keep up. I'm working to do a lot more things outside of this whenever I get time. It's just working a lot has made it a little difficult to try and write or find time to write and be focused on things. So sometimes it's just in between. I really need to motivate myself to write more and to do a lot more things because I really need to. But y'all have a good weekend. I'll see y'all next week. Take it easy. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Have fun.